Hey y'all, I'm Garrett. I'm going to be discussing a group of people that I have an empathy wall towards. But first, I'm going to kind of set up my positionality, kind of where I come from, and why I have an empathy wall towards these two type of people. Personally, I was raised to be very in charge of my actions. Everything that I did was my fault. I was held accountable, and nothing was really anyone else's fault or problem. Like, I was the reason I got A's. I was the reason I did anything. It was my initiative and my desire to do anything. Like, if I wanted something done, I had to do it. It was never going to be someone else doing it for me. I was never going to get any help from anybody. It was always me, and that's just how I was raised. And I also grew up very skinny, very athletic, very not troublesome when it comes to exercise. I was always either good genetics or just how my parents would put me through soccer as a young kid, and just all these things my parents would essentially did for me because I didn't have control over it. I was 8-year-olds playing soccer and they were shelling out all this money. So I guess the person I have an empathy wall towards is overweight and unhealthy people. The type of people that almost complain and just rant over the fact that they're so unhealthy and so unfit that it's impossible for them to do anything. And I think this kind of stems from how my family raised me, in a sense where it was always you held accountable for your situation. Like, it was no one else's fault. If you did something, it was your fault. And you're not going to the gym, so you're overweight. You're eating bad, so you're overweight. Those are things you can control, in my thought process. And this empathy wall is maintained just by me doing what is important to me: eating good, going to the gym, exercising, maintaining my health, really. And it's just kind of growing a bigger and bigger gap between me being healthy and the people that are unhealthy that I have a empathy wall towards. And I guess these empathy bridges to help overcome my empathy wall would be just to understand that it may not be completely their fault. I know some people have issues, like genetic issues, family issues, or even mental issues, just with stress and eating, or just not digesting food a certain way, or not having a fast metabolism like I've kind of always had. And I gotta understand that they're also people too, and they do deserve my empathy, even if they're overweight and unhealthy. As much as a big of an empathy wall as that is for me. And I think other people could learn just to treat people as people, try not to hold that judgment towards them just because, they look a certain way, right? Or they have a certain lifestyle. I think it's definitely wrong of me to do that, but it is something I do, and it's something I need to work on, and I feel like everybody should work on a similar thing if they do have this empathy wall.